The future is a scary thing for individuals entering and leaving high school. The stress to do well in classes and to succeed in life is something that is on students' minds constantly. Is this necessary? Should students have to decide what it is they want to do for the rest of their lives at such a young age? Also, why is there so much pressure to leave high school and enter post-secondary before most are ready? Throughout our documentary, we will be exploring into the minds of students along with the faculty to find out what really goes on within the walls of A.B. Lucas Secondary. How do you feel about having a careers course being taught to grade 10s?
I just don't think the careers helps having it so early. I think it would be handier if it was later.
I don't think grade 10 is too early for students to start exploring their future career because when I was a kid, we didn't have careers. We kind of had to figure it out on our own. So I think it's a good time where kids have time to pick their courses based on things that they find out they might be interested in. I don't think they're not expecting you in grade 10 careers to pick your courses or pick your job, right? They're just trying to give you a heads up. So I don't think it's too early now.
I don't think it's too young, but the problem is for a lot of kids, until they sort of get the freedom to start choosing some of their own courses, they really don't know what avenue they want to go down just yet. I think it would be better if there was more of a course in grade 11, but by then, you know, sometimes kids have chosen their path. So I think it's good to get them thinking about it.
For the kids that know I want to be a surgeon, they just have blinders on and they're not necessarily, it's not necessarily realistic, and they're not opening themselves up to options, and they get started on their journey and then find out that's not what they wanted to do. The kids that are floundering, I don't know what I want to do, I don't know what I want to do, are they really any further behind the student that had the blinders on? They may end up in the same place in university going, I still don't know.
I think that thinking about your career is not too early, but choosing and picking a selected career path, that's way too early.
No, not really. I think you should always be thinking about the future, especially because grade 11 and 12 are the years where you really have to work hard and really have to set goals and achieve great marks to get a certain job or not. And if you have the plan laid out in your head before grade 11 and 12, which is the years where you have to start taking it into action, I feel like it gives you a better opportunity and chance to excel in life and reach your goal without being stressed and put in a short time frame to achieve certain things to become what you want to be.
I think the careers course, and I've always thought the careers course is way too early, especially for the kids that are just out of grade 9 and they take it for the first semester. Really hard for them to decide what they want to do. They're just getting their feet wet sort of in all the courses here at the school. I think they should take it in grade 11.
Due to the change in the government's education plan, how do you feel about students having to pay for the second half of their grade 13 year? Also, do you think it is right to force students out of high school so early?
I think I think 4 credits, coming back for 4 credits is a good saw-off.
I really disagree with that. Again, I think this idea that students should take their time, I think in that last year of high school, I think students really need that time to mature, and I think it's all about balance too. For a lot of kids, they take those last 4 credits maybe while also juggling a part-time job, and I think that's valuable. And to then add an expense to it, they're then going to feel the need to rush through high school, not really get to enjoy the high school experience. I think it puts a lot of undue pressure on parents who are probably going to end up spending, the next 4 or 5 or 6 years on post-secondary education. They don't need that added expense.
I disagree with that. Again, when I was a kid, we had the option of grade 13, and I think it's a shame. I think 4 years is not necessarily long enough for kids to figure out what they want to do.
No, I think there should be a 5th year of high school. I was thinking about that today actually, because people just don't always seem ready after 4 years to get out of here and know what you're doing with your life, what university you want to go to, what you're going to take, and you're doing with your life. I don't know. It seems like a big step. I think 5 years, or at least 4.5, like a first semester would be a better idea. People have another year to figure it out.
I feel like different people are ready at different times, and I think it's a great thing that we have the opportunity to come back as a victory lap.
I'd say yes, they are pushing us a little bit too fast and thinking where we want to go.
I think sometimes the fear of having to pay for a grade 13 year might make kids make decisions a little bit quicker, maybe not waste as much time in taking courses over and over again, maybe making things count the first time. However, there are, you know, some legitimate reasons for wanting to spend an extra couple of months in school, and I think that, you know, it can go both ways.
Do you feel that there is more pressure for you to get into university rather than college?
My parents really want me to go to university here in London, so I guess you could say there would be a lot more pressure.
Yeah, I feel like college is kind of like looked down upon. It's not like that great of an idea, and like people like think you like less of a smart person. You're like almost stupid for going to college.
I think universities, like over time and over generation, is just viewed as the best education or the highest level education you can get.
I think there's more pressure to get into university than college because I think society thinks that getting into university means you're smarter.
What are your worries for the upcoming years?
I am afraid about if I will get into university, and then what I'm really afraid of is if I pick a course, pay for all my courses, but then don't want to do that anymore. If I want to switch, so that's scary. That's a scary thought in my mind. But so yeah, that's the one thing I'm scared of, to pick and determine what I want to do.
What I'm worried about would probably be trying to get into the school I want to, and just getting my grades up to where I would want them.
I'm feeling really stressed out and anxious because I feel like a lot of people are deciding what they want to be, and I'm kind of like, oh, I have no idea, and I just hate the fact that I kind of have to choose what I want to do with the rest of my life, and I'm only 16.
Overall, we have come to the conclusion that it is unnecessary to have students decide their careers so early as to have them forced to close doors that do not necessarily need to be. Also, due to the varying opinions on the grade 13 year, we have concluded that half of a year is a perfect amount of time to help students get on their feet and into the life they will be living after high school.